I wanted to just share a video with you to show you how I have been teaching the kids to add fractions with unlike denominators. That way, if you want to review this with your child, it makes sense to you and we're all kind of using the same terminology. When we learned this in school, what we learned was to list the multiples of 4 and list the multiples of 3, find the least common multiple, and then make equivalent fractions. And that still would work perfectly fine. And I have talked to the kids about listing multiples and finding the lowest one that they have in common. But something that we have found that works really well for kids is to use what we call a ratio table, because they have been using ratio tables since second or third grade. So this is something that should make sense to them. So if they have the fraction 1/4, then they might want to count by 4s in the denominator. So, count 4, 8, and then kind of stop and think, well, if I count by 3s, am I going to get to 8? Probably not. Okay, how about 12? Oh, if I count by 3s, I think I will get to 12. So I want to find out what 1/4 is equal to how many 12ths. And then we just talk about, I have them draw this arrow and we actually say times. So 4 times what equals 12? Well, 4 times 3 equals 12. And whatever we do to the denominator, we have to also do to the numerator. So 1 times 3 equals 3. So I have figured out that 1/4 is equivalent to 3/12. And then I would do another ratio table for 2/3. So, and a lot of the kids are getting really good at, instead of having to count by 3s, just automatically recognizing that 12 is going to be the common denominator that they want to work towards. So then we just think, okay, well, 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 times 4 would be 8. So then we have figured out that 2/3 is equivalent to 8/12. And then, of course, they just add those together. 3/12 plus 8/12 is 11/12. So it's essentially almost exactly the same way that we learned. It's just that we're kind of eliminating a few steps by using the ratio table instead of listing multiples and then finding equivalent fractions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and please work with your child. A lot of them are getting really good at this, but there are some of them that are still a little confused. So we are going to keep working on this, but if you could also support that at home, that would be a huge help. Okay, thank you.